So we're gonna take off this little clip right here, this little fastener right here first. Then we're gonna move to the hooks. We're gonna take off the hooks next, and then we're gonna take off the light. And then when we come back, we're gonna take down the sun risers that are over here. So we got the 2 visors on the driver, 1 visor on the driver's side, 1 visor on the passenger side. So we're gonna take this down next, and then we're gonna pop out this rubber cubby right here, and that should be everything for the headliner to come out.
And which tool is this you're using?
This is the pry bar. Not a pry bar. It's like a clip popper.
Okay.
It's like you just push it in and pop them down, and that's how you pop the little tabs out.
Gotcha.
And stuff like that. So I don't know if this actually spins in or what, but I'll find out when I pop them back in.
Okay.
So, all right. We got that one right there. They spin out. I don't mess with them. They got threads on them. I know they don't spin. All right. So we got the next clip right here in the back. Pop this out like that. Pop this one out. Then we got the one over there on the passenger side. Take this. Pop this out like that. Little plastic clips. Next, we're gonna remove the hooks. All right, so we're taking out the hooks next. For right here, you would need a T20 or like a Torx 20. I'm using the long Allen key set or the Torx key set only because the sockets are small and I can't fit the circumference of the ratchet inside because it's too thick, so it won't fit inside. I took out the first bolt already at the top just to make sure I had the right size before I told you guys what size it was. And yes, it's a T20. So I'm gonna take out the other one, and then I'm gonna move on to the passenger side and take out the passenger side hook. All right, so this bottom bolt is kind of stuck in there, so I don't want to strip it. I can already feel the force on the teeth of the grooves. So, and again, these are Walmart tools, so it's not like snap-on or nothing fancy. So I don't know how strong these tools is, but I can already see the teeth getting brittle from me trying to get this one bolt out. So if you got a bottom bolt that's stuck and it's in an application like this, you can just spin it like this to help loosen the stuck bolt. If you rotate it like this, it'll actually help you unspin the bolt a little bit. And you can probably just keep going like this and going like this and just untwist it out. I don't know what happened to this one, but somebody over-tightened the heck out of this one. Maybe in the past or something like that. But once you get it started, now you can use the Allen key set to take the rest of it out. And, all right, and I'll come back and show you guys the other one out.
Okay, so my husband just took the second one out. That was the first one over there. Second one came out a lot easier than that first one.
Freaking loose. So this should just pop out.
Okay.
All right, so next we're taking the light out. We already did the clips right here, and now we're taking the light out. Same thing with the pry bar. I'm just going underneath and going around it just to pop it up off the clips. Let's get it to come out. I don't want to force it because I feel like it's something stuck, even though it's out on one side. All right, I'm gonna come back and see how to get this off, and then I'll come back and show you how to do it. All right, so I found out what was causing us trouble, even though we popped the clips out. What was happening, that tearing sound that I was hearing was the fact that somebody put double-sided tape on the back of this. This was holding it in. But once you pull down the top half, you lift it up and pull it out. And you can see the clips on the bottom here. That was at the bottom. And this part just comes out like that. So we just take the connector out, push this little tab up like that. Push the tab up and pull the wire out. So you're gonna pull the tab towards you and then take the connector straight out. So once again, pull the tab towards you and pull the tab towards you and then pull up on the connector and come right out. And that's it. Next we're gonna take out the sun visors and the weather stripping around the top of the headliner. So next we're taking out the sun visors here and here. All right, so let me find out what size this is. So these are T20s as well. These little sun visor bolts are T20s. So I'm gonna take out these 3 on this side and take out the 3 on the other side over there. And then the 2 right here. I think this should all be a T20. Yeah, they're all T20s. Hopefully I can use my drill on this part to speed up this a little bit more, or my ratchet set or something, because this is already taking longer than I thought. All right, I'm gonna get back to you once I take out these bolts up here. These are the small T20 bolts. They're really small and flat. These are for the sun risers. So I'm gonna take out the next side now. Next, I'm gonna take out the clips that hold the visor in place. Then there's that. All right, and I'm gonna do the other side and get back to you. That was a washer that fell, by the way. They got washers on the back of the clips. Make sure you don't lose those. I just dropped one in the truck. Luckily, it's in the truck, so I'm gonna grab that and put it back. The clip that holds the visor in. Remember I told you about the washers? They actually has 2 on each side. I almost didn't see the other one. They were stuck on the headliner, but they actually have 2 washers on each side. Make sure y'all got both washers. All right, I'm gonna get back to taking it down. All right, so we taking off this pillar right here next. This handle is a T40, so it's a pretty big size. So the T40 for these 2 bolts right here, and this one's a T20. But the standard one up here is a T20 like the rest of the stuff. So I'm gonna take off this one with a T20 and these 2 with the T40 for the handle. All right, so stand by. All right, so I got my little electric gun right here that's been saving the day. All right, put that one out. Now I'm gonna take out the T20 at the top. Switching back to my T40 because I thought I loosened this enough, but I guess not. All right, and that's it. This doesn't have any washers on it. It's just the regular handle with the two T40 bolts, heavy duty, big old bolts. All right, so we got this pillar off. I'm gonna pull this weather stripping down right here. It should just come out nice and easy. Pop this down like that. That's the weather stripping right here. Just pop it down all the way around like that. And then just enough to get the pillar off like that. And then this should come up and out. Like that. And then now you have your passenger side pillar off.
Like a boot.
It does like a big boot. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna set this outside and then I'll come back and do the driver's side. Take those two bolts out right there for this driver's side pillar. I'm gonna pull on the weather stripping just like I did the other side. And then I'm gonna pop this out like that, and that's that side. All right, we're making some progress. Next, I'm gonna take off these little cubbies up here for your documents and paperwork, and then that should be the last thing for the headliner. All right, so after removing this pillar, I noticed that it's two more plastic clips on this side of the headliner and the same thing on the passenger side. So I'm just gonna take my little clip popper and then go up here and pop them down like that. And then pop these two out. Spin and pop. They got little threads on them, so I'm kind of spinning and pulling because I don't want to strip them out. I don't know if it will strip them out. I'm not sure, but I'm not trying to take that risk. So, all right, that's this side. Everything dusty. And I'm gonna pop out these over here real quick. And then, oh, I'm gonna switch around to the other side. So pull this one down. Man, tools make the job so much easier. Having the right tools make everything easier. All right, that's this side. All right, next we got the little compartment cubby holders. I'm gonna pop those out since I'm over here. They got three little tabs that I think are tabs right here. So I think I can just prod them down and I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna get my flashlight real quick just in case you can't see it in the video.
Okay.
So is that better? Can y'all see that? All right. So you got three little tabs, one right here, one in the middle, one on the end. I'm gonna try to pop that down and see if this thing just slides out, and then hopefully that's all I gotta do. Oh, honestly, I just pushed down on it. The whole thing came out. So these actually came out pretty easy than I thought. So just push down from the top and slide it up and out. You ain't even need the clip puller. I'm gonna go on the other side and do the other one on the driver's side. All right, so we took out the passenger side. Hopefully I get as lucky with the driver's side. Now I don't know if it's other clips holding the headliner up. So if I take this, it may just drop down on me, but we about to find out. So I'm just push down on this. So you push down like this, downward, and just slide it up and out. So you push down and slide up and out like that, and that's it.
It's like ejecting an old tape.
Yeah, right. So luckily this headline didn't fall, so it must be some clips holding it up somewhere, or my mirror right here. I didn't make a video, but I did up it down a little bit like this, just so I can get some leverage to take out the headliner. Got the headliner down. Unfortunately, I couldn't film too much of it because it was difficult trying to balance it and pull it down at the same time. But just like in the last part when I showed y'all that little cubby section, once we took out that last rubber and plastic box, we was able to pull it down. The metal frame that blocks all the wires and stuff like that, I'm gonna try to see if I can get all the bolts out without taking out this metal frame, because I heard this was a pain to get off. But it is sharp. So if you're reaching your hands into those little openings, that's what the white towel for that I talked about earlier. I'm gonna lay the towel inside so I can protect my wrist and don't get cut on the edge of the metal of all these cutouts, or access cutouts, so to speak. So I'm gonna lay my towel across on it and I'm gonna show y'all what that looks like real quick. Alright, so the towel's in here to protect my wrist so I can get inside and get to these bolts and connectors that's housing the lights. They do have a little connector to the lights. I'm going to pop those down and I'll let you guys see how that looks in a second. All right, so this is the inside. I wasn't able to film and remove the stupid bolts and connector, but where is it? That's one of the bolts right there that I got off, and then That's the connector. Let me try to get the wire so you can kind of see. Let me zoom back a little bit. All right, so this right here is the connector right here. At first I thought I had to take off those gray tabs, but I kind of didn't. It's a little lip on the black part. I'm gonna turn it sideways. See that little lip right there? I was just able to pry the lip off the actual connector from the light and just pull down on it, and it actually came out. So I was fighting with this little gray thing for a minute, thinking that that's what I was supposed to take off, but I really didn't have to. I think that just holds the wire in place or something like that. But that little black tab right there, all you have to do is push this in and pull down. So at least that's what worked for me. I didn't break nothing, so I'm assuming that's the right way. It's two bolts holding the light down. This bolt right here, I had to use the 5/16 wrench on to get up in there and remove the bolt. So I use a 5/16 wrench. So I'm gonna show you real quick. There you go, 5/16. And then the one in the back, I just used the socket and the ratchet for the back. There is a lot of like putty or silicone on it to keep the water and stuff out. I don't have more. So I'm going to try to see if I can just get it to kind of like stick in there, and hopefully if I tighten it enough, I should keep the moisture out. I'm gonna try to see if I can find something to seal it better, because I don't want no leaks, because I do not want to do this again. But this is the first light right here that I'm gonna take off. This right here is directly above the driver's seat, and then we have the other ones going all the way across.